Some goalkeepers have the ability to make the dumbest decisions possible, and it always leads to hilarious scenes. These are the worst goalkeeper mistakes. Let's start with one of the biggest goalkeeper mistakes of all time. This happened in a Champions League final. And this wasn't the only mistake Karius made in that game. He made this blunder that resulted in the goal giving Real Madrid the title. It was confirmed that he had received a knock to the head during the game, which affected him for the rest of the match. Still, Liverpool fans never forgave him. The guy even tried to restart his career, but at his next club, Besiktas, he did this. At least Karius wasn't the only one who gave away a goal like that. This guy had already pulled off this feat before. In another play, Karius tried to clear a ball with his head, and this happened. There's no denying it, the guy seemed a bit unsettled after that Champions League final. But maybe it's all Benzema's fault.
Arnold para Fabinho, se le escapa la pelota y va Modric, va. Señoras y señores, va Modric, va. Habilita a Vinicius, va Vinicius, vino para Benzema.
It seems like the striker can hypnotize goalkeepers. Look at another bizarre incident that happened in a Champions League game between Real Madrid and Chelsea. But going back to talking about Liverpool, those guys haven't had much luck with goalkeepers. Before Alisson, this guy was the Reds' goalkeeper. To show that even historic goalkeepers mess up sometimes, look at what Neuer did in a Bundesliga game. He became a reference for that type of goalkeeper who plays out of the box and changed the way goalkeepers play football. But it didn't always work out. Speaking of goalkeepers who come out of their goal, this one tried to imitate Neuer but ended up conceding a goal from before the halfway line. Some try to show off and it backfires. This one tried to pull a Messi and dribble the entire team. The result was this. Another huge goalkeeper who failed miserably was Courtois. Check out the blunder he made when a defender passed an easy ball back to him. Back when he was still playing for Chelsea, he pulled off this one when he tried to dribble past an opposing attacker. Buffon is considered by many to be the best goalkeeper of all time, and even he has made a few blunders. Lloris was France's goalkeeper in the World Cup title win and gave away a goal like this to Croatia in the final. This other goalkeeper did something similar. He tried to play out from the back with an attacker right in front of him and managed to score the most idiotic own goal of all. Another super famous goalkeeper who made an unbelievable blunder is De Gea. Maybe that's why he decided to leave Manchester United. Now, can someone explain what Donnarumma did in that play? How did this guy bench Navas? And that wasn't the only bizarre moment from the goalkeeper. Look at what he did against Real Madrid in a Champions League game. And of course, Benzema was involved in that play. But there are errors that are simply unbelievable. How did this guy manage to drop that ball that was already in his hands? This one committed one of the silliest errors of all. But no goalkeeper was ever as poorly positioned as this one. I don't know what happened for him to think it would be easier to defend from inside the goal. And speaking of making basic errors, this one not only missed the kick but scored an own goal. But there's no own goal more bizarre than this one. At least this handball goal is within the rules. Well, actually, there is an even worse own goal. In this play, the ball wasn't even going towards the goal, and the goalkeeper decided to lend a hand. I know goalkeepers aren't expected to play well with their feet, but come on. Could he at least try to control that ball? And then there are those goalkeepers who like to gift wrap opportunities for attackers. This one handed the ball over to the opponent. It's more common than you think. This goalkeeper did the same thing. Look at another play practically identical to these. The worst part is that this goalkeeper was even more humiliated before conceding the goal. This other goalkeeper let in the ugliest free kick in history. The best part was the reaction of his coach. Leno, the Arsenal goalkeeper, pulled off this one in the middle of an English football classic. And that wasn't his only mistake. When he played for Bayer Leverkusen, Leno did this. Now, this play made me feel sorry for the goalkeeper, especially because that air kick must have hurt. This other play is really unfortunate. Victor Valdez slipped badly and ended up gifting a goal. I think Oblak just slightly misjudged the trajectory of the ball. At least he didn't look around for the ball like this guy here. Lionel Messi has scored some amazing goals in his career, but credit this one to De Gea. Something tells me this goalkeeper dreamed of being a forward. He didn't think twice before taking a shot at goal. This one is another who always dreamed of scoring goals. And his goal was even more beautiful. Tell me, was this goal Main's merit or the goalkeeper's mistake? And that's why Ederson is Manchester City's starter. He almost gifted a goal to Liverpool, but he managed to recover before getting a scolding from Guardiola. Now tell me, was this play the goalkeeper's fault or due to the terrible pitch conditions? I wanted to understand how this goalkeeper here managed to do that. But the worst is when the ball isn't even going towards the goal, and the goalkeeper decides to help the opposing attack. Ever heard of the term butterfingers? If not, know that it means exactly this. But of all own goals by goalkeepers, this one was the most beautiful. Check out that stylish bicycle kick. Too bad it was against, what was worse, the goalkeeper missing that easy ball control or the bizarre fall he took trying to clear the ball out of the goal. This play was so bizarre that even the goalkeeper himself couldn't believe what he did. If he tried to do that on purpose, look at the assist Peter Cech provided for Fabregas's goal. He must have forgotten he no longer played for Chelsea. The star didn't even celebrate, because a goal handed over like that doesn't count. Now check out this amazing save. This is called a reverse save. Instead of clearing the ball, he plays it into the goal. But every good goalkeeper has to rely on luck from time to time. This one passed the ball right to the attacker and conceded a goal. But luckily for him, before shooting, the attacker accidentally touched the ball with his supporting foot. And since you can't touch the ball twice, the goal was disallowed. There are goalkeepers who like to taunt attackers, but this one ended up in trouble. He managed to recover the ball and started teasing his opponent, forgetting that the game was still on. I have only one thing to say about this play. Keep your legs closed, goalkeeper. Now this is the most wrong play in football. First, because a player was injured on the field, but the game wasn't stopped. And secondly, because the goalkeeper did that. The attacker completely forgot that his teammate was down on the ground. To avoid going into the goal with the ball, this guy did this, but it ended up being a bizarre play. This was supposed to be a magical moment, but the goalkeeper ended up embarrassed. This is the height of foolishness. The guy handed the ball to an opponent, got a red card, and gave a penalty to the opposing team. Now check out this amazing goal with a pass from the goalkeeper. But no one surpasses Julio Cesar. The goalkeeper taunted none other than Ibrahimovic. He was saying a bunch of things in his ear, and this happened.
A prendere posizione la battuta di Zlatan Ibrahimovic, il pareggio del Milan. 27 gol in campionato per Zlatan Ibrahimovic, minuto 44, Inter 1, Milan 1.